Hello, my fireflies, and welcome back to the TheCyanFirefly. It's me, Lyiat again, and I'm here to bring you some interesting footage of Bastion. Bastion is a little indie title of no small award. It's actually a really good game. It's a pity it's not as wide-sprung as it is, but this game went on and won several awards for itself, and it's just all around really great. Really surprising for an indie company. All props to Supergiant for doing so. And it's a really good PC game for a number of reasons. Its options menu is actually pretty good. Fully rebundable keys. You can play with a controller if you want. I can't go into display settings because it actually breaks the game. It's got a full how to play section, so you know how to play the game, essentially. Resolution, save profiles, it's just all around great. But enough about that, because most of you in general don't care about that. Let's actually do the story mode. Now, I'm going to actually start a new game here. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to make a new profile. And I'm just going to show you this game from the start. I've already beaten it. It does have a new Game Plus mode. So interesting thing. Switching profiles while having fraps on causes the game to break. Good news for all you other YouTubers out there. Yeah. So maybe you guys can avoid that in the future. Let's get on with this. Now, like I said, I'm showing you guys a complete new game from the beginning. An interesting detail, this game has a narrator, and quite often I am going to have verbal battles with him because he talks a lot. He's actually really awesome. I have no problem with him being there. He's just kind of hard to commentate while he's talking, because what he says is actually really important to the story. Also, what he says tends to change depending on what your choices are in the game.
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble.
Alright, and this is Bastion. It's a little isometric game you control with the WASD keys. I don't have any abilities yet. Left and right click are a primary attack and secondary attack, depending on what weapons you have equipped. You can normally roll with the space key, but I can't do that at the moment. And shift is your shield once you get it.
Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing the way. He don't stop to wonder why.
The entire game is like...
lifelong friend, just lying in the road.
See what I told you? The entire game is actually like this, with the ground forming up underneath your feet. There was this calamity kind of deal that destroyed the entire world, and this is how you explore it from now on.
Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
Let's see if I can get him to say it. Come on. Talk. Maybe not. Take a little bit.
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella. Forced out from underground.
Now, these are one kind of enemy in the game.
Him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
Alright, yeah, but that's one kind of character in the game. They're
And
well,
then
enemy.
he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
But yeah, a lot of the enemies actually telegraph their attacks so you can counter them with the shield, which is pretty good. Sometimes makes it a little easy, but let's destroy some stuff. Now you might see those little things popping up. They're actually shards of the old world or something like that, and they're the currency.
For a while.
They're the currency of the game, so it's important to collect those whenever you can.
An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink.
So these are health tonics. You get a limited amount of them, up to 3 at the start. Pressing F causes you to
squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines.
Causes you to refill your health. Thank you. Saloon. Let's go in here.
He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did.
This game has a very sorrowful feel
Then
to it.
Kid finds his trusty shield.
Kind of makes you feel really sad throughout the entire thing due to this loss.
Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here.
And now he has.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief.
Ah. So blocking at the right time allows you to do a critical counter. Let's see if I can get one off.
Clang.
There we go.
Shield saves his hide.
Picking up health potions when you already have a full tonic bar allows you to
Windbags
heal
start
immediately.
turning up for last call.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm a little quiet during this video. I don't know when it's a good time to talk and when it isn't because of the frickin' narrator. I love him. He's really good. He's got a really good sounding voice and his commentary's pretty amusing. But this is just a bad game to commentate over because of that very reason. Because he talks a lot. He's the entire reason why you know what's going on. The entire storytelling bit comes from him. I swear to God, he's the only voice actor in the game itself. Alright, now I can kill these guys. Seems like if I want to commentate, I'm gonna have to actually stop playing for a moment and just fool around while talking.
A big old fella pops out in front of the kid.
But is his name Big Old Fella, or is he just a big old fella? Probably both. Knowing this game. It has an interesting sense of humor. Oop.
Them windbags are playing for keeps.
Whoa!
Kid sees
Oh, yeah.
the way to
See
the
ya.
Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Whee!
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He
And...
lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke.
No, but it almost broke me. Now, ranged weapons like these actually have a charging period. The longer you charge them, the more damage you do. Now, you also saw that I flashed right there.
Long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true.
when you flash like that, you do a power shot. Power shots are much more powerful and they go through enemies, so they hit
Spies a good perch for some
all
target
enemies in
practice.
the line.
He knows he should draw the string all the way back.
Woohoo.
The kid pockets a memento from the breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
Now that particular thing was an upgrade piece. There are objects strewn throughout the devastation, and picking them up either unlocks certain conversations with
Good news
the
is
people
the emergency defenses still work.
back in the
Bad news is
Bastion,
they're aiming for the kid.
or they give you upgrade options for the weapons you pick up. That particular one was an upgrade for the breaker bow. You do have to spend shards to get higher upgrades. It's not just a matter of finding the items and then you get an upgrade. Ah, this. Now this is a secret technique. Secret techniques are typically weapon-based, but some of them are general use. And basically what they allow you to do is little cool attacks depending on how many black tonics you have.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
And I will show it to you right here. Ah!
Fast learner.
Let's kill us some squirts. Pop. Pop. Smack.
Right back at you. He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
So distilleries are basically upgrade areas depending on your level. You get to basically pick a buff. I personally really like the Fetching Fizz because it allows you to basically get all the fragments you want without actually having to walk over them yourself. Much better way of doing things in my opinion.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
Now I could switch back to the Fang Repeater if I wanted to, but I really hate that weapon, so no. Dancing shot. I'll probably go with the dancing shot instead because I also don't really like the hammer all that much. Sorry, I'm more of a sword and spear person. And I like the bow. A lot. I stuck with this weapon through most of the game.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins.
Die. So yeah, standing still with the hammer actually does more damage, which is part of the reason why I don't like it all that much. I like being agile rather than standing still and letting people beat on me.
Kid better watch his
Ah.
step.
Yeah, I know. These little apples tend to heal you too when you find them.
That one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though. An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Sometimes I think this narrator sees into my soul. Because I don't use good manners either. Ah, I'm getting clobbered all of a sudden. Damn it. Okay, let's heal. I know the problem. I'm missing all my upgrades. Ow.
Kid takes a chunk of alloy, smell of barley and spoiled
Bring it.
blueberries fills the air. Scumbag.
Scumbags.
Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did.
The only real legitimate time you can call somebody a scumbag without actually being insulting, because, hey, they are scumbags. They are bags of scum. Ah. I'm not doing all that great. Let's start using some of these secret techniques.
Run out of black tonic. Robs a scumbag of his last meal.
Alright. Now he's the only one to face. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I should probably actually start countering him because... Or maybe not, because he's knocking out the area from under me. Oh, level up. Blast. The only thing a level up really does is give you additional health and gives you access to more tonics when you go and pick them up. Well, when you get to a distillery and go to do it.
He finds the core to the wharf district.
I'd explain to you what these cores are, but the game will in a few moments anyway. So, there we go. Now this is a long chase scene kind of deal, so I'm going to do a lot of running right here.
He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling you better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat.
Yipe.
Kid just keeps running.
How are you free floating there? What the? Yeah, let's shut my mouth and keep moving because that's actually moving kind of fast. And I'd rather not fall off the world. Why? Because falling off the world is generally not a good thing.
At last, the skyway's in sight.
Ah, charge. Neener, neener, neener.
Whisked him where it needs to go. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
Ah, who cares? Anyway.
Did anybody else survive?
So here's the Bastion.
Sure
It's
enough,
kind of a
he finds another.
hub-like area.
He finds me.
Here's the narrator. So this is a Bastion. This is your hub area. You'll return to this every single time you complete a level.
We talk for a spell.
This is generally how you learn more about the lore.
There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
Alright, so I'm gonna
set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch.
I'm gonna wrap it up here, folks. I really don't have much else to say about the title, so here you go. It's a pretty fun game. You can pick it up on Steam for about $10, and that's really about it. I hope you've enjoyed my presentation of the game, because I couldn't really talk all that much due to the narrator. Goddamn narrator. So thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you next time on the TheCyanFirefly.
Kid's gotta put its power to good
See you later.
Now the